Welcome back, everybody. It was a hard-fought battle in the first map on Mirage, which was New Identity's map pick, but they came out on top 16-9. So now we are in the Quest's home turf, and this is where they need to make their stand. Otherwise, they'll see themselves eliminated from Winners League's playoffs. So let's go ahead and jump straight into the in-game. I think Knife is already underway, so the action begin. And the Quest got their coach, so hey, let's see if they have any excuses this time.
Well, it seems that they will be losing the knife round, so at the very least, it will be side choice for New Identity, I believe, yet again. So, going to assume that they will take CT side. Does seem to be the case with Quest starting on T. And on their home turf, the Quest need to have a spectacular start to this T side to build that confidence, because coming off of Mirage, I mean, they had started to get some runs going into the later parts of the map, but
Right.
overall, it was very underwhelming from the Quest, and honestly, not very inspiring to say the least.
I mean, I'd say it was a little inspiring. You can't discredit them entirely. I think there's many signs of hope. There's many good potential swing rounds that they could have secured, but
Yeah, we'll see the pistol round starting up now. Kit on John G, double flashbangs up. Snakes doesn't seem to have purchased utility, and actually no. The Quest, for the second time in a row, not buying utility at all on their T side. And that's something that is a very interesting.
if you're going 5 connector, you probably don't even need that utility. You just win the round or lose the round right then and there, but there's going to be no contention happening this time. And it might be free passage towards the A site if they choose it. Now they're going for the fake. Just running up the connector, trying to make some noise. Actually, they're going for the double fake. They're just going to commit on up towards the A site. Now there's all 5 players here. Fountain, Playground, Party. Terrorists that flood everywhere, looking to clean up any overzealous TTs. But Relics with a nice shot. Good night's voltage, and he's still there behind the tree. He's faking that he's ran away, but he gets squished only for 12 damage. That somehow, but power of tree.
That's one bulletproof little oak right over there behind the rock. And actually, it's going to be cleanup crew for the Quest as they found 3. Ratho making his presence known as he's dealing a lot of damage to Exceed. Snake's low as well.
Oh, look at
Grim
Grim.
is working his way up lane. Yep, he's going to flank on in. Seb will be dropped. Now it's a 1v3 for Wrath, who's been dinked down and eventually finished by Snakes. So a good pistol round pickup for the Quest, and that's exactly what they need to start out here on their T side, on their home turf.
Exactly, and that was really well played by the Quest. They seemed like they were in full control the entire time. Really, really well played. Yes, pistol round, a good feeling to pick up. You've just dropped the first map. Now you're coming in with a little momentum and some money and some firepower, but New Identity are going to go for the meta second round purchase, save for the third, come in strong for the 4th round, and let's see if the Quest expect it. They have a pretty good versatile weaponry on the Quest side. Enough to deal with the pistols, and if they have some casualties, at least they're not going to lose much economy. Dazzle, up close and personal in the smoke. That's going to be the first battle here for the Quest.
Oh, Dazzle, he's just about peeked through, but Voltage is aware of the possibility, and Voltage will win that duel. So Dazzle unable to dazzle us with a spectacular performance in this round, as John G will be the next in line to fall. Exceed taking considerable damage, but he still has his life. It is a 3-man stack over towards A. It's being expected by New Identity, and Wrath will do the final damage to Exceed. So now, if you are on the Quest, do you continue going towards A? Because Grim seems to, but actually, yeah, might as well. The SMG, though, will find Grim. This is where things start to get a little dicey. Salvaged weaponry for the CT side, as Seb will find one more. Relics on 2 HP is still alive. The rotation has to come down towards B. And I think it might be a little slow, as now the rotation's coming in from the CT side as well. It's being fully anticipated. And look what Seb's picked up, Roy. He's got an AK.
Yeah, and Relics, 2
HP.
HP.
He's won it! He's won it!
2 HP. Any bullet, any stray bullet, a Glock would even kill him with 1 bullet. And Relics managed to not only get 2 kills, but win the round for his team. And that is a really unfortunate turnaround here for the Quest. Their money's now demolished. No bomb pen on top of that means limited in many, many ways. And I think it'll just gonna be a full save right here. They might even go for the 4 since they're on double. And double resets, those are not common for the T side. This is literally one of the only instances where you can get double reset on the T side now.
Yeah, and this is not the way the Quest to start that pistol round looks so good. But then they come in and get eco to, or forced up, but Still, not a round you want to lose, or a round you really could afford to lose for the Quest. This is their map pick. They're already up against a wall. They can't afford to lose another map. And now they're relegated to Glocks, 2 PT50s, and an absolute 0 in the column for utility. Dazzle, 1. Goes to the second, finds it on the MP9. That's bomb as well. Getting pushed from all angles. He's able to find one more. Does go down, but he still found 3. And that nade is going to do so much. It should finish off Grim. Indeed, it does. As New Identity with an all but flawless victory here on round number 3. And all they lost was the SMG as well, which found 1,800.
Yeah, it got 3 kills. It's more than done its job. Now, the AUG is picked up for Dazzle, a good weapon upgrade. 2 AK-47s available for New Identity. So they have so much one-tap potential. I'm genuinely nervous here for the Quest, but again, their economy still hasn't recovered. It's going to be another save. It's going to be pistols this time. Some utility. Still no armor, though, so they'll likely get shredded if they take those long-range engagements or just go out in the open. So let's see if they can flood on the B site. It's really going to come down to that, but it's actually a fake.
It is a fake, and Relics might get caught off guard as he is aggressing in behind Fountain towards Party, or Playground, actually. But no, he's going to miss him. I actually don't know if he saw the players cross. I don't think he did, but he's going to hear the footsteps for sure. And he has the lineup, he has the spray, he has 4. Oh, he has only 3, actually. It's an AK picked up, and Voltage has quite a bit of HP. Grim is still lurking around water, but Dazzle should have Voltage dead to rights. He knows where he's coming from. He hears the footsteps. That is the bomb and the kill, and Grim will fall to 7 in the end. So the AK will be salvaged again for New Identity. And they have a nice, relatively clean 3rd round to pick up. Actually, I think Relic's going to go for the op here, right? And there it comes. Utility up as well.
Yeah,
look
how
where the Quest need to strike.
Look how strong the economy is for New Identity, though. I mean, this was off a pistol loss. So that's a big economical turnaround right here for New Identity. Not only that, but they already have a 2-round lead. And now they're not even on a reset potential. They have almost everyone in buy territory except for Relics, the Opera. But that's not entirely a big deal. Could be Molotov coming out early for New Identity, but nothing really behind it. Just a bit of making the Quest a little bit nervous early, but it's going to be a fast gang play here for the Quest. 4 players headed in the right direction towards A site, and then they're going to gain control of Connector, gain control of bathrooms relatively quickly.
Is this split down to B? They're going to open the door. There goes Relic. Seb will actually get one to get shredded out. The nade comes through, but I think this is going to be a B split. They have Spongy in the position to go towards Monster, and I think Snakes is just going to lurk over towards A, as is Voltage on the op to wait for the pushes. Because right now I have a heavy feeling that Quest are going to commit towards this B play, especially once Dazzle goes down. Actually, no, when Dazzle falls, they should rotate back up. But still, it's going to be a very interesting play regardless, as Dazzle has been found by Snakes. It's a 2-man advantage for the Quest, and this is a round they really need to win here.
Yeah.
See Lurk Smoke's going up towards A, but
yeah,
the bomb is gonna come.
They know they've eliminated the A player. That's Dazzle. They know that they have A site clear, so they're sending Snakes in as the probe before they fully commit the bomb, and that's a really smart decision, but I think they're just going to group up instead and commit to that A bomb site. And this is a really good read from the Quest. Nice mid-round call. 4 players alive. Raph now the only standing player. And Voltage excuse me, Spongy, he's still lurking about, waiting for this kill. So, I mean, that's a good read. Oh, what? Are they not looking? Oh, they are.
What?
Okay, that was... Yikes, okay, that was a little awkward, but there it is. Still a round win. 4 players live, exactly what the Quest needs, and that was really well played. Good mid-round decisions right there.
Yeah, I thought for a second there they weren't going to go for that rotate back up to A, but they did make the right call. Didn't even, I don't think, get a bomb down. They didn't need to. Actually, no, they did get the bomb down. What am I talking about? Have a little bit of that mental fog of war going over. And actually, Jonji's going to relegate himself to a Deagle, Roy. This is selfless play coming in from Jonji as he dropped Relics and Op.
Worth. So worth. This is one of the Opera's Paradise maps, right? This is where the Ops can not only gain early picks, but so much control. But it seems like the Quest is throwing a bunch of their utility early, establishing presence, but based on Dazzle's positioning right now, he could easily regain that control once those smokes fade.
I mean, you mentioned the Quest using a lot of their utility early. They still have so much of it left over. They still have 2 players with essentially a full belt, and Exceed's going to find Seb on the little ramp wall. A nice boost for Exceed opens the scoreline for the Quest, but Dazzle will get across that trade onto Snakes. And Wrath is gone for aggression. He's found one more, but he is so low. Relics, if he might have spotted him there, he does. He spots Grim out towards the construction area. And this is a 2-man advantage going the way of New Identity now. And Relics through the smoke! Okay, Relics. The selfless buy for John G to drop Relics the op, paying massive dividends. As it's all down to Voltage on the big green gun of his own. This is looking spectacular for New Identity. As Relics on this Opera's Paradise map has really opened the round up for New Identity to keep their lead, and most importantly, start to stabilize an economy, because right now they're all in reset territory.
And this is a really good decision from New Identity to sacrifice John G's firepower for that AWP, and now we know why. It paid off dividends. Voltage pretty much just going to save this. 15 seconds left. Bomb is still on his hand. He is nowhere near a bomb site. Save. Bring it into the next round. See what you can do. Can I get a quick scoreboard check? I think there's still 1 round loss bonus here available. So this probably will be a purchase here for the quest.
Counter-terrorists win.
Yeah, they can scrape together a buy. Voltage.
It won't even be that bad. They can drop a Galil to exceed, and that'll be full rifles.
I'm thinking Voltage drops the Galil over, and then
Lol.
utility on everybody else but the op, and this should be a solid buy, all things considered. Oh, good
Wow.
call. We get a timeout. Let's go.
Wow, wow, the power of pauses. It's so beautiful, Boggs.
It's the impact of MCE. We're seeing him in the server here, calling that timeout. Great executive decision. And this is a good call from the quest. Jokes aside, and this is what you need to see. A pause here to decide this buy. If you want to go for it, if you want to go for the half, if you want to save. I agree with you, though. I'd say drop the Galil over to exceed and go for a buy.
Definitely. And you want to catch Identity before they stabilize their economy, right? If you save right here, that's an opportunity for New Identity to come out on top and stabilize their money. If they chase here, they could potentially like almost a hard reset minus Wrath. He's really like the only one who's like at a good, not double reset territory. Dazzle's at $0. There it is. The buy does come out. It's exactly as we said. Galil comes out for Exceed. Actually, if instead of Voltage dropping, he just bought Utility instead, and Exceed bought his own Galil. So that's not bad. One of them was going to be unlimited anyway, so might as well be Exceed on the entry.
Actually, it looks like it's going to be Grim out, and Relics gets caught with a nade in his hand. He takes so much damage, you will be able to fall off for now. That's a good start for the quest on this buy up. And they have full long control as well. Nobody going towards lane. Relics and Dazzle going to be pressuring over towards the flower area. This is exactly where the quest are making their presence known. Relics finds one. Dazzle with the crossfire finds Grim. This is great team play from New Identity. He spots out Snakes as well. And it's just Voltage and Spongy. Voltage has the bomb in hand. His utility is all but expended. And Dazzle's going to smoke his way back. Relics watching the bathrooms for his teammate. That is spectacular play over long between the two players from New Identity.
Yeah, really dynamic play. Good decision from Relics to come through so he doesn't leave his teammate by himself. I think without that kill on Relics, they would have probably hard cleared Dazzle too. It's really well played. 2 players now alive, Spongy and Voltage. They're pretty much, this is a desperate attempt. They have no control towards water or B, so they can't really fall back. It's gonna have to be on the A site. And they have, this is where both players are wounded, so if they can find these double entries, that could be the turning point.
Yeah, very well could be, but one of those low HP players is on the op, and Dazzle is in a nice little cubby behind Optimus. He's going to spray Spongy down. The pre-fire will get the kill. Follow down the Voltage again. He finds Dazzle, but Janji comes on through and takes his head right off. A 5th round on the board for New Identity. And the money for the quest is, well, they'll be able to buy next round, but right now they are on the broke bus.
Definitely. And this is so poorly timed too. They needed a couple more casualties right there, I think, for that round to be worth it.
Yeah, that long setup really working massive dividends for New Identity, as that is what kept them in this round. Also, what kept their bank in a decent position.
Right, yeah, now I think the biggest thing to consider on this map too is as soon as the CTs are no longer on reset territory, that's when it becomes erratic, right? It becomes incredibly hard to control because the confidence just spirals out of control. Now Dazzle and Relics are playing with fire up against the pistols right now. Dazzle can't even find a single kill, and now they have an AUG to work with. Relics able to find one, gets overwhelmed on the A site, and suddenly this is turning on top of his head. This could be a great round for the quest. Molotovs are coming out from John G, a desperate attempt to try to slow the pace, but there's just so much control for the quest, and suddenly this round is on top of its head, flipped like a pancake.
This is a table flip right now, as Grim has a good angle onto Seb. Wraths and Seb, the last two alive, and they're limited in utility to a single flash and a single smoke. Make that second smoke picked up, but still, that doesn't make it all too much better as the bomb starts to tick away. And look how far the quest have fallen away. Seb able to take a clean win onto Exceed. The bomb will get smoked off, but still, the time is not there to favor the CT side. They have to go for the stick. They have Wrath jumps over the smoke. He finds one. He finds, no, he doesn't. The knife's going to come through and Grim wins it. But the bomb was defused before it went through, and Wrath's going to survive as well. Heartbreaking loss for the quest.
That is a heartbreaking loss. But if you take away the context, that was just a force, not even a force battle, just pistols and armor for the quest. So, I mean, it got a lot out of that. 4 kills, a bomb plant. Not bad. Mind you, there was a 4 versus 2, so the context obviously leans to that should have been a round win for the quest, but I think overall still a successful round, and now they've severely damaged the economy for New Identity, so it could be worse, but could have been definitely much, much better had they come out on top right there. Now this is the key turning point. Relic going aggressive with the AWP, exchanges a bit of damage for the Snakes' life. That's a good exchange. Dazzle's still up close and personal in party, and if Grim isn't careful enough, he could lose his life as well. He's just gonna... Goodbye, Dazzle. He's going to keep running along.
Yeah, and Dazzle, I think, just going to be content to hang around and play or party, have a nice picnic, and wait for somebody to walk into his area, as he should be getting pushed momentarily. Oh, what the game sends on Dazzle. He swings out. He finds Spongy. He has really no more chance to win any more duels, as he had a guy from every single angle. One from behind, one from connector, one from bathrooms. He's good to get one, and Relics will find a second. That's 2 on the round for Relics. And unless Voltage and Grim have something spectacular up their sleeve, it should be a 7th on the board for New Identity. And a commanding lead going to start to spiral out of control unless the quest can start to put a hold on it.
Yeah, it's really going to come down to the entering of Grim right here. So first up is Janji. He's eliminated, but there are still 2 players here. One to his left, one to his right. But Relics is not even giving away the position of Wrath yet. Wrath is the contingency plan now, Boggs. The 1 versus 3, and Wrath just swings on out. Relics with a 3K with the op, and New Identity pick up a 7th round. So swing round potential dropped once again by the quest.
Indeed it is. It seems like they don't convert a lot of those rounds where they could force New Identity onto the ecos. And I feel like that has to be a major turning point in this match, is how many of those rounds they haven't converted when they've had the chances to give themselves leads, or not necessarily leads, but to bring their way back into this game.
Just to even up the deficit a little bit.
Yeah.
I 100% agreed. Also, I don't know, totally kind of off topic, but New Identity have such innovative smokes. They threw a smoke from B to smoke off bracket on sand. That was so sick.
Okay.
I don't know if they're innovating this or if they've seen it somewhere before, but I haven't seen those. So I don't know if I'm just getting old or washed, but those are pretty sick smokes. I like the one from window to top to bottom connector on Mirage. That was really, really cool. I like that. It's a good use of a smoke for the window player. And now they have a way to smoke off the bracket from B. That's can relieve a lot of pressure if it comes down to it.
Nick is saying they are EU smokes.
Okay,
He's seen them before. So.
All right, Nick, flexing on us. Relax, you're 45, Nick.
Well, I'm going to use it myself, and I'm pretty sure you are too, because
definitely. Dude, I'm gonna implement those in my arsenal so quick you don't even know.
You're gonna walk into FPLC and just drop those smokes on everybody and continue the farm.
Exactly. But no, jokes aside, let's come back to this. This is a really important decision to be made here by the quest. They could chase the economy for New Identity, but it will be limited in some ways. Voltage now has to decide if he wants to drop AK, but that will mean op with armor only. Less than that.
He might be limited to a vest at that point. And he's going to go for the full buy op util.
Yeah, they're going to chase, but it's going to be Spongy who's limited. Oh, 2 Galeos. That's not bad. It's not terrible. And again, this is another swing round potential for the quest. They need one of these Boggs at some point. Oh no, they're taking so much damage.
Nade too.
Oh, that is so unfortunate. Great utility usage. Who is that? Relics?
Relics. He is so smart with these nades. He's the one who had that smoke towards Khan. Relics really stepping up his game with the utility. That is massive damage to start things off. Exceeding Grim down in the red almost. Snake's taking some as well. And this long push, as the rotations are coming up from New Identity, they're reading this perfectly. It's going to get slowed down more by more great utility usage from the New Identity squad. And there is no lane control at all from the Quest. They're going to 5-man out long, and this does not bode well for them. The flash or the smoke will go through. I'm assuming some flashbangs will follow. But John G is still towards APC, and Exceed's going to dry peek it. He falls, he pays for his transgression with his life, and John G's good for more. He finds a second, Dazzle trades it out, but Grim trades one more. Relics falls as well. 1v3 now to a 1v2 for Voltage. This is doable, but look how far forward the bomb has dropped. Roy in the flank from Wrath is actually being anticipated by Voltage. He has time to play this, and Voltage has been spotted. Both players know where the other is, and Voltage has to try and move the off. He goes to the no-scope. Not connect. 8 rounds and another swing, another potential eco does not go the way of the Quest.
Yeah, that was actually really well played by Voltage. He just couldn't really get the kill. That was smart. He had a lot of time left on the clock. He knew at least one player would likely be on the flank. If he checks it or clears it, then he doesn't have to worry about it for the rest of the 1 versus 2. And it'd be easy read from that point on. But Wrath just kind of maneuvered that really well. So 8-2, New Identity are looking so strong. And I did say this veto was kind of favoring New Identity, right? All the stats are kind of in their favor, even on Overpass. +2 would likely be the only 50-50. But Mirage is definitely leading New Identity, and Overpass slightly so based on HLTV stats, of course. But now it's going to be a half force from the Quest looking to overwhelm the B site. Smokes and Molotovs, flashbangs are everywhere, and now the players are flooding towards the monster and B site.
The kind of rounds that the Quest have been winning, but Janji, Seb, and Wrath all finding kills. Grim goes down as well, and there goes Voltage. Seb to find the final one, and that is a spectacular hold from New Identity. 9 rounds now for them, and they only lose 1 as well. That could have been so much more damaging as the Quest had all the short-range guns they could ask for, closing the angles down on B. They come out with the short end of the stick as New Identity putting more and more forward to put this one to bed as a 2-0 scoreline. It's going to be full AKs for the Quest now with plenty of utility. But so far, pretty much all their gun rounds have been futility.
Dude, Relics has 150 ADR.
He's also 15-5.
Yeah.
He's having an absolute
I think he top-ranked both games so far.
I think that's the right call. And Wrath's actually going to find one too. He actually hasn't been called on too much. I mean, if you think about it, New Identity's had a couple players putting up massive numbers in different rounds. All across the board, they've had their moments, but it's been Relics and Dazzle relatively throughout the majority of this matchup, where they've just been stepping up in spades so many rounds and leading the charge, but also to look at Relics' utility damage.
Oh, look at Relics' position right now.
Oh my gosh, he's already on the flank. He doesn't have the op. He's tossed it to Dazzle. This could just be an easy peasy lemon squeezy farm as Relics is going to walk on down the whole way. Oh, this is spectacular, Roy. He's going to peek on it. Is he going to play trigger this one? Oh, he is. He's waiting. He's waiting. He's like a shark on its prey. He's got 1. He's got 2. He's got 3 kills. Oh, he doesn't. Voltage will shut him down in the end. But that is pretty much never mind. Voltage finds a second, and he has a lot of time on the clock as well.
I mean, yeah, kind of 35 seconds left on the clock. He has to get the bomb. He has already recovered, but now he has to make his way onto his site. He hears the scope. He knows where Dazzle is at the very least. He's not quite sure if he's holding short or if he's holding monster. He's going to have to feel it out, but there's only so much time that he has to feel it out. He has to eliminate Dazzle, but now the supports arrive from Janji in heaven, and this round has become much, much harder. Nice shot onto Janji, turns it into a 1 versus 1. Dazzle's on pit, and Dazzle's not letting go of this round, and it is once again flawless play from New Identity all around, from beginning to the end of the round, and now they have 10-2 lead. All Quest need is 4 or 5 rounds on the board. This map is still pretty CT-sided traditionally, so they just need 4 or 5. That's it. If this goes 12-3, 13-2, that would be a disaster, Boggs. Tragedy.
Even 11-4 would be cataclysmic because, I mean, that's still going to put a lot of pressure on the Quest, as their CT side will have to be absolutely flawless. At 11-4, anything worse really is just almost done and dusted. And New Identity. This is spectacular stuff. Janji again against his former teammates as well. Hasn't really been called upon too much on Overpass. He had some solid moments on Mirage, but his team is now defeating his former one, up 10-2 on map number 2. Their own map pick for the Quest, and they're getting obliterated round after round after round.
And look at the control New Identity has right now. They have all of A. Not only do they have all of A, but they have Dazzle in connector with the op. So they have all of A and all of connector. So really, the only thing available here for the quest is, well, water and monster. It's going to be an incredibly telegraphed execute coming out right now. And they have 4 players here that could get there instantly, pretty much. And they have a flank on top of that. So here we go.
Spongy finds the trade. Relics goes down for free. Actually, does do damage, and Wrath will find one of them. But still, it's a 3v3. The bomb has gone down. Dazzle is here, and Janji's on the flank. But Dazzle, the op in hand, has found one. Wrath is still playing for him. He's been spotted. Voltage will not forgo that one. Janji comes in, takes down Voltage. And it's a 1v2 for Spongy, who has had clutches like this on Mirage. See if he can convert that over to Overpass. This is a round, really, that the Quest cannot afford to lose. If their quest to take Winners League Championship, to take Winners League Gold, is going to survive, he has the time, and I think he's won it regardless, Roy. Dazzle has to stick. He has no more time, and Spongy's going to win that duel. 1v2 for Spongy, 4 on the round. That is insane play from Spongy to secure a critical round for the quest.
Critical.
As look at their buy, too. It's going to be rough.
Yes, definitely. They have 3 players on the double reset. Dazzle now picking up the AWP, one of the only weapons available besides the M4 for Wrath. So these are 2 good players to have those weapons. Wrath is always a lot of fun when he's on the hero rifle. But there is an op as well, so I'm not sure if I would call it a hero. But regardless, it is the quest now on a bit of a ragtag purchase themselves, but definitely leaning in their favor in every metric. So this is an important round. They win this one, they pretty much get the last round for free. It'll be a 10-5, just like we said it is required pretty much for the next half comeback.
And you missed it too. Wrath literally dunked a nade onto himself and Seb going through the boost.
Guess it could have been worse.
Yeah, could have definitely been worse, but not exactly a good start, especially with the UMP and the Galil in play. Headshots close range with the UMP, and Wrath's head's going to be gone anyways.
They go 1 for 1, though. Dazzle does find the pick onto Voltage towards the A site, so opt for an M4. Not too shabby. That M4 could be recovered, though. Seb has a wild spray. Janji up close reversal on the wood, but he gets eliminated. Now they've found both entries on towards the B site, and they've opened it up for business. Dazzle on the rotate. Relics as well through connector, but the Molotov will push it forward. And he might succeed. Rough, but it's a kill nonetheless.
Yeah, and Dazzle's still in sight with the op too, so definitely a lot of potential damage here still to be done for New Identity. As Relics is going to run away. Oh, is he going to go for a heaven flank here?
I don't know, but do they know Spongy's in pit here?
I don't think they can possibly know unless Dazzle heard him. And even then, I don't know. Dazzle's definitely revealing his positioning.
Wait, Spongy heard the rotate as well from Relics. They know both players are here. They don't have to worry about flank or water anymore.
This is so good for the quest. A round they can't afford to lose is a round they should be putting to bed. Bogdan Law comes in. Dazzle on the UMP or the MP9 going for the long range damage. Does some to Grim, but there still is Spongy in the corner as well, and he's not going to get cleared. Dazzle will fall, but Relics has the op. He has the angle.
Wow.
But Spongy will swing and win that duel. Again, Spongy in the clutch. That's, I think, the 3rd or 4th clutch he's had for the quest when they really need to win a round, too.
Yeah. Definitely. He's definitely stepping up right here to the plate. 2 of those heroic efforts have been Spongy's, and I mean, he's being set up for it, right? We can't give him all the credit, but he's capitalizing off the setup. So, I mean, job well done. Now it's going to be a force buy for New Identity, as it is the last round of the half. It's going to be just MP9s, a couple pistols, a little bit of utility, nothing too fancy. No Molotovs, though, to counter any execute, but they do have 3 smokes to at least try to control the pace early. But 10-5, not a bad finish. They need this round, Boggs. They need it.
Oh, they need it like... I'm going to end that failed simile there. But Seb needs to find a kill. He does not. Actually, there's a team kill. Grim takes down Snakes. And that is a very, very interesting start because that could throw a spanner in the works. And actually, the Quests are going to march their way on back into backwater towards T-Pits. And Relics is just going to hold close. Wrath not going to aggress. And nobody really on New Identity going to push as they really have no need or no ability to. I mean, they could push, but it would pretty much end in disaster if they get caught out. They're better off just holding their sights down pat and hoping that they get pushed by these rifles. As Grim's taken down a bit low, Spongy can be one-shotted by the CZ as well, so it's going to be a very slow play now from the Quest as they are waiting for these aggressions, these pushes, and New Identity. The discipline needs to be there to not aggress. The flash comes through. The timing, John.
They're trying to get that AK. That's what they're trying to do right now. I wonder if Grim will read that and spray it. Oh, they're not. Spray it, Grim. You know he's getting the AK. Oh, no. I think they don't want to give away their position because they're intending to execute
no,
B.
John's pushing.
This is going to be weird.
Oh my.
It's only Galil,
Johnji.
actually.
Yeah, and the timing does not avail him. It's Ras to be next in line to be pushed. He finds one, actually. He finds the second. This Relic's actually to find the second. And there goes Spongy through the wall.
Again.
2 HP, the B side is open.
What a spray. What a performance. 3 kills on hand for Spongy again in moments of need for the quest. And now it's all down to Dazzle. A Deagle, Armor, and a 1 versus 2.
He does not have a kit as well. And I don't think there was one purchased. Actually, Wrath might have had one over towards Monster, but look at this play from Spongy. He's just going to hold his ground down in Toxic Barrels. Dazzle walking out. Exceed has the headshot angle, and
Nice.
Exceed has the one tap. And somehow, the Quest are able to pull together a decent half. Again,
Dude,
both maps they've been able to find it.
if Spongy died there, that round was over. But he went for the full crouching walking spray through the wood. Oh man, that is so crucial. I can't stress that enough. 11-4 is an entirely different half than a 10-5. Now the quests are only a pistol and a gun round away from a tie. A good, at least they have some safety net versus no safety net. It's going to be a bit of a different approach here for a New Identity on the T side. It's going to be Relics picking up a smoke, double flashes, 4 sets of armor, of course, and the quests are going aggressive towards the A site with a kit, double flashes in the hands of Snake, who will likely... Oh wait, he's towards B site with the flashes. Never mind.
Yeah, it's Exceeding Grim pushing up all the way through long. Dazzle has the bomb, and he's on this lurk as well. And he very well might be fighting a 9mm round in his face. He's getting sandwiched in, but he's found one. Relics, though, falls to Exceed in Playground. That's a good trade. And look at B, though. It's going to get flooded. There is the boost over towards the B site, but it's get spotted out by Johnji as well. The Quest need to get these rotations down. The bomb is following up, and the blocks are going to swarm on through these USPs. Closing the gap and fighting the damage is Seb and Johnji. Looking very poor for the Quest. They need a pistol round. Johnji finds Snakes. Seb finds Spongy, and Exceed has the 1v4.
And he gets gushed insta. That's a horrible turn of events. It's all down to him. This is going to be an impossible scenario. You can just see New Identities hunting for blood. They're all going for the kill. They know he's 1 HP. They don't want him to save the armor.
Oh, this is raw confidence coming in, and Seb will finish off the deed onto Exceed. And that is not quite the final nail in the coffin, but it's getting darn close.
Yeah, we're really cutting it close right now. I wonder if the Quest will just go for the mediocre 3rd round gun round, or if they'll force and buy come in strong for the 4th. I don't think they want to forfeit any rounds right here more than they need to. So I think they go for the rifle, no utility, no kit buy the next round. Yeah, that seems to be the case. A good decision. I think both are arguable. But Mac 10's, Galil, double AKs for New Identity, everything leading in their favor, and likely for this to be a 12-5 finish here, unless a tragedy or a disaster happens.
It would be a mental play from somebody on the Pistols, Exceeder Grim, to bring this back into the favor of Quest. I mean, pick up an AK and something would happen, but the first contact Exceed is down. That's the CZ out of the picture. So pretty much it all rests on Grim now with his P250 to find the significant points of damage. And Molotov is nicely placed as well. They're hearing the damage, and Rat's going to push on in, finish the damage on the Voltage, and the A site is open, but the bomb is all the way back in T spawn area towards the T connector. And it's a stack towards Con from the remainders of the Quest as well. They're all just huddled up.
They're not stopping either. They're like still pushing through spawn. Relics is looking to farm up with a Mac 10. He knows they're limited, and as soon as he turns that corner down here, he's going to spot all 3 players.
He might have armor, they might not, but still, the 3 stack of pistols can be very deadly to the lone Mac 10, but he's going to find the first, finds the second, and Dazzle finds Grim on the 3rd. 12 rounds, flawless victory for New Identity, and this is where the buy comes through for the Quest, and a buy they cannot afford to lose.
Yeah, definitely. This is the first turning point. They can afford to lose this round, but that would really kill their lifeline and buffer for error here. I think the stand needs to happen right here. It's going to be a couple of Moss downgrades for that extra utility. Still no kit available, though, so retakes will be hard if it comes down to it.
Oh yeah, there's no kits, and we've seen the Quest be so good on their retakes on Mirage, but right now, they don't have the utility or the kit to play with. He can't afford to let that clock tick down. And John's just going to open up some damage. If you look over at the helmets on the quest, they only have one. So the MAC-10 still in play, the Galil as well, and that nade onto Exceed. One thing to note too, we've been talking about it gradually throughout this series, is that the New Identity squad are so good with their nades, so good with their utilities.
Yeah, did you catch what Janji did? He ran up water to spot where he was first, and then he went to throw the nade. That was so well played. I like that a lot from Janji. That MAC-10 has done significant damage, weakened the B defense, and it's going to apply a lot of pressure. But now the control for New Identity is towards the A site. Multiple players and towards pretty much every single player towards Bathroom and Party, looking to gain control as a gang. And now they own pretty much the entire map, and they're going to fall off and reset back to B, where they know Exceed is wounded. A really smart play here.
And Exceed has the M4 as well. He has one of the two primary rifles on the quest squad. So he goes down. It's just FAMAS's and one lone AUG to defend the site. And actually, I think it's a lot up towards Heaven. No, is it an A stack? I think there might be an A stack coming out from the quest. They have 3 up towards A. I think actually might be 4. It is 4. There's 4 up towards A. Rim is going to rotate down, but the B side is already open. Snakes take so much damage. And this is... Oh, the boost coming in for Relics as well. He's going to MAC-10 Grim. Spongy takes some damage, and this is not looking good.
Yeah, there's way too much control here for New Identity. They just need to back off. Save your WOG, save your M4s. This has been pretty much well played by New Identity from start to finish once again. And I have to say, they're looking so scary and so dynamic right now. Dazzle goes for the nice long-range break. It's one, but unable to convert on the second, so the main rifles are secured for now. Voltage are getting a little antsy. And all the weapons removed. Job well done. Mission accomplished by New Identity. Good hunt.
That's a fantastic hunt. At this point, too, it doesn't even matter if you lose players. Your bank is solid. And anything you can take out of the hands of the quest will help you into rounds like this. Or if you look at their money, it is terrible. They can't get a full buy. They can get pistols, maybe some light armor. They're going to go for the Force. And actually, I don't disagree with this at all. You can't really allow New Identity to get 14, 15, and then it's over. So you kind of have to go for this Force here if you are on the quest. It is SMGs, so very limiting. The utility is low as well, but they do have a kit, so that is something.
Oof. I don't know about this one, Boggs. I will argue against this purchase, but I will see what happens before I judge entirely. The aggressive play towards the A side, but it's being absolutely decimated by New Identity. And now they've gone 4 for none. Incredibly successful exchange of damage here by New Identity. And once again, they've shut down one step ahead of the quest. But I will argue this by that this was not a wise decision from the quest. They should have just taken the half buy right here, tried some sort of gamble stack with pistols, and then come in strong with weapons and ops right here on this 14th. But now it's yet to forfeit the match and series point round, or leading up to the match and series point round. So I'm going to argue against that last round, but already decided. Now the force buy comes out, because now this is the crucial force buy. They need to force. The chance of them winning 10 rounds in a row if they lose this round are incredibly slim. So they need to take their stand right here, right now, Boggs. This is it. The end of the lifeline.
This is their Alamo, Roy. They are on the defense, so it is appropriate. But the first kill goes the way of Wrath as Relics find Snakes. And this is the start that New Identity want. As far as the quest is concerned, this is a terrible start. Relic's able to escape as well. Very low, but he does have the op, so it doesn't really matter all that much. That's down to Voltage really on the B site, as the remaining 2 of his teammates are up towards A. The connector rotation can come through. I believe Dazzle is in prime position to shut it down. As he does, he gets traded out, so 2v3 is doable as Janji takes considerable damage. The 7 is right there for Exceed. He finds him, and Voltage 1v3 to essentially stay alive.
Yeah, it's tough.
Not to be right.
Yeah, one of the problems with playing Graffitis, if your support players die and your rotators die, oof, you are in a tough spot. Now it's New Identity with match and series point. They've been clinical, almost surgical up until this point. And now they're looking to just close it off. This is the haymaker, the KO Boggs, the 15-5. They have 10 attempts to close this off in regulation right now, right here.
Got a P90 on Snakes. I'm curious to see where this goes, if he goes aggressive with it. I mean, it's not a gun you really see at this level of play at all. But it can do damage. He's going to go for the smoke. He's going to push the Molotov. I like this aggression. He has Grim with him, but Janji's just going to play it passive. But Grim's going to win that duel. Janji down, Grim significantly low, down to 16 HP, but still, it's a good start for the quest. Around this point, you really can't lose, but Exceed goes down to Dazzle. And this is where things get scary. 4v4, more map room for New Identity as they continue pushing their way up throughout both sides of the map, up lane, up towards B, and Grim's been dropped as well. Voltage finds Wrath. So it's a 3v2. This is still doable, but Spongy had gone down in the interim as the B site will be the point of contention. Relics will not be able to get the bomb down, so Snakes on the P90 is able to trade it out. But there is Seb to win that duel, and Voltage again in the 1vx. He has the Scout. He has no upgraded pistol, Roy. He has no... Actually,
nice. That's literally the worst weapon to have in that scenario. Both players are healthy, they're close together, and it's just so well played overall by New Identity. A 16-5 win on the Quest's map pick. This was so dominant from New Identity, and I have to say, I'm super excited to see this lineup come into full steam. I mean, they're already looking so dynamic, extremely versatile, an overall great roster coming out here from New Identity, and I think they're going to be one of the hard hitters coming up here in North America shortly. So this is the beginning of a train here for New Identity. But commiserations, as they say, to the Quest. They've had a good season all along. Unfortunately, they were not able to topple New Identity, and they've been defeated 2-0. And yeah, tough.
Yeah. I mean, what more can you say? I'm pretty sure it was 16 to 9, I want to say, on Mirage.
16-9 exactly.
Yeah. 16-9, 16-5, so not even double digits reached by the Quest in any of their maps. And it was completely dominant from New Identity. There were some scary rounds for them, but all things considered, they really never let their foot off the gas, and they just plowed through the Quest. And like you said, it's definitely going to be fun to see this team come into full swing.
For sure.
As they are on the upswing, and it's a fantastic squad to watch, a fun squad to watch, and definitely a team to asterisk or mark down on your calendar in North America, because as we see here, they are a dominant side, and the Quest are no shabby team in their own right. They just got completely outread, outstratted, and outplayed.
Exactly. And that's pretty much the gist of it, right? Again, I really do want to emphasize the fact that the Quest weren't totally outplayed, right? There are so many opportunities for them to swing games into their favor. They just weren't able to capitalize off those swing rounds. And that's really what it came down to. That's what made the margin so big, is that these swing rounds that could have been the reset. How many double resets opportunity did they have on Mirage and even on Overpass? They had multiple double reset potentials. That would have been big swings on the T side, big swings on the CT sides as well. And that's really all it is, right? It's just a game of marginals, and New Identity were the better contender today. So congratulations to them. They're looking awesome. I'm excited to see them for the rest of the playoffs. Job extremely well done by Relics as well. I mean, he top fragged, and I think he's IGLing as well. So I mean, that's pretty insane.
Yeah, I mean, to IGL at a top frag is no easy task. I'm sure you can attest to that. And I mean, Relics, 23-17 on Mirage. I think he finished at 26 kills on Overpass. So he was having a series.
He was, and again, just overall, everything came together for New Identity. But I think that's pretty much it for us, guys. If you haven't done so already, please do follow all our socials: Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. We would appreciate your support as we look to grow and provide more to everyone involved, including the players and the organizations that are participating in Winners League. So we would need everyone's help for that. If you haven't followed Boggs, you could definitely use your follows, as well as Mel. She definitely could use some follows as well. My and Boggs' ads are down here below, so you can find those easily, or !casters in the chat, !socials for all these social links to make it easier for you. If you missed the action, we have some replays coming up for you. But besides that, we're out of here. See you guys later tonight in about 3 hours.